Hello everyone and welcome to another new review, and this is going to be on the Savage Hawkman issue number 5, the continuation of issue number 4. And it's where Hawkman started to see these undead people, and even Emma turned her face into these undead people, and suddenly he felt like he's into a nightmare or something. But after that we see that Carter just woke up from that awake dream actually. Anyway, he actually got awake, or saved or protected by the neath metal, as it's kind of protected him, or if it's more of like affecting him, he didn't really know at that time. But later on we see that there's this a guy who's called Mr. Digby, Digby, and this guy, he's actually sitting in his store until this gentleman right here, he comes, and he'll be like, I want this book. So he'll be like, take it, I don't need it, it's just an ancient book that I don't need at all. So in the end we'll see that, he will be asking him about some stuff, until he'll be asking about, I needed, the guy will be asking him to, translate it, and I need to know more about the Mortis orb. So he'll be like, okay, they take us to another panels where we see Carter getting a call from the father of Emma, about a book that need to be translated, until we see that this guy, the guy who attacked Mr. Digby, he stays there after Mr. Digby actually took the book to the father of Emma, and that's where the book got handed to Carter, and Carter started to see these stuff, before him. The symbols started to tell the story about this whole book. It's all about this something called the Mortis orb. It is some kind of an ancient weapon that kind of it kind of helped these people, these warlocks, to to vanish the dead, and to distinguish between their words and allies and some other shit. And in the end we see that the surviving warlocks gave the Mortis orbs to the Dark Stranger, who traveled to the end of the earth to hide it forever. So basically it's more like a key to open the doors between the undead people and the living people. And later on we see in some other issues, which I already read, we see that the guy who's called the Gentleman, he's kind of using it to suck in all the living people that are in this city, in New York City, so he could get back to life. So that's the cost for his own purpose. He suck all the life from these people that are living in New York City, and he gets back to life in flesh and blood and all that shit. So later on we see that the guy who actually went to Mr. Digby, he is Jim Cardock, aka the Gentleman Jim. So basically, just like I said, he is the guy who died like years ago, and he just wanted to get back and get his hands on the Mortis orbits, whatever it's called. Anyway, later on we see that Hawkman actually went to Mr. Digby, and Mr. Digby was all terrified, but not from Hawkman, no, but it was from the ghost, from the Gentleman Jim. And Hawkman had this fight with these ghosts or something. He couldn't really touch them at all with his weapons, but he got hurt because of their weapons, which was pretty interesting. And in the end we see that finally they showed us the Gentleman Jim, and that was the ending of issue number 5 of the Savage Hawkman. I really liked it. It's really interesting. I want to see where the hell they're going with it. I actually know what's going on, but I'm gonna be reviewing it later, or I might just combine the story arc all together. I guess it's from 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, it's around 3 issues. So the next issue gonna be called Hawkman versus the Gentleman Ghost. So I'm pretty much looking forward to it, and hopefully issue 6 will be something that you people would like. So thank you all guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and see you guys around. Take care. Hello everyone and welcome to another new review, and this is going to be the Savage Hawkman issue number 6, and this issue continues from issue number 5, where we see this Gentleman Ghost, or Gentleman Jim actually. He they take us actually in this issue to show us all the recaps that happened, and Hawkman just start to talk about everything happened in issue number 5. So later on we see this big fight between Hawkman and this guy who's called Gentleman Jim, and we see that Gentleman Jim is asking Hawkman to, get him the Mortis Orbit, but he was like, hell, I'm not giving you nothing. And we see that these visions and these illusions that were fighting Hawkman were so real that he got hurt, and blood started to drip from his body. So later on we see that Hawkman took the guy who's called Digby to know more about things about the book actually that Gentleman the ghost or Gentleman Jim went after. He wanted to know where did he get it from. So later on we see that Emma is actually getting worried sick about Carter. He never called or anything, so she was like, I'm just gonna wait him here, or call me whenever he comes back. So she was actually talking to this guy who's called Singh or Sign, or I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't know, I don't know if it's his sidekick or something, I don't know. Anyway, but they take us the Mr. Digby guy. He tells Hawkeye about where he found the book, and he was like, I found it in a guy's house. He was selling his stuff, and he was like, he gave me this book, and this guy was called something Gate. I can't remember his full name, but something Gate. And later on we see that Hawkman reached to the house, which was freaking creepy, and we saw that his wife is still alive. And then he asked her if her husband ever told her or mentioned about the Mortis Orb, and she was like, yeah, he got buried with it. So the moment they go to the graveyard, Hawkman actually opens up the grave, and he sees finally the Mortis Orb that everyone has been talking about since issue number 5, and something just happened, and it just kind of activated itself, and these dead people started to rise from these graves until we see Gentleman Jim. He's coming back to him, and he was like, you're the one who activated the Mortis Orb, and because the warlock spell rendered the power of the orb inert centuries ago, but if they made a contact with a neath metal, the spell will be broken. So that was actually the plan for the ghost for Gentleman Jim, and that's how Walker just felt bad about him activating the spell and getting all these undead people to rise. And finally we see that these undead people are actually attracted to the power of the orb, so they're just following the orb. So if they follow the orb, Hawkman can actually find where's Kardak or Gentleman Jim. So in the end of the issue we see that New York City is just trembling in fear, and all these zombies and all these undead people are just terrifying the city. So that was pretty much for the ending of issue number 6. I really want to see what's going to happen in the next issues. It's just so great. It's so far so good story arc, but I kind of still prefer Morphic's story arc on this one. So thank you all guys for watching. Let me know what did you think of this issue right down below. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and see you guys around. Take care. Hello everyone, and welcome to another new review, and this one going to be on the Savage Hawkman issue number 7, and finally the conclusion to this great story arc. And just guys, want to point out that among all these 3 covers that came starting from issue number 5, I didn't like none of them. They're basically all the same. I can't really see something different or unique about them. Anyway, later on we see a lot of great stuff in this book. We see that the dead is finally rising. We see that Hawkman is trying to take them down and to stop them until he gets some kind of help from the Thunder. God of Thunder? Thor? No? Nobody? Okay, never mind. Anyway, so basically, he'll go to meet up with the guy who helped him out, and finally we see Static Shock. Damn, I love that guy. I didn't get to read his book yet, but hopefully I'm gonna read it soon, and we see how he actually, helped Hawkman, and how he just made these zombies just drop dead, and basically just disrupted the electrical impulse in their bodies. And it was a neat trick, which was really a good trick actually. So later on we see that Static Shock and Hawkman, they actually teamed up to take down these undead people, and we finally see that the gentleman is so close to suck all the life out of the New York City, and he's so close to get back to his original form until he actually get encountered by a hawkman, but these ghosts try to fight Hawkman back, and Hawkman finally finds the weakness of them, and he starts to fight them with the same weapons that they're kind of using or something. And he found that there's one solid part in their bodies, and he was like, maybe the growing power of the orb is actually affecting them. So of course he kept on fighting until the gentleman Jim, he actually just blew him away with that blast. And we saw in the end that there's this guy who's called Gate, the one who actually owned the Morg's orb. He actually came back to life from wherever the fuck he was, just to get the orb back from Gentleman, and they just started to fight with each other until they went back to hell or wherever they went back, and the gates just closed up, and basically Hawkman just took the orb and he just took it back and dropped it into a place that it would be really hard to find, which was a pretty cool moment. He just did whatever the book did, whatever was written in the book, which was a pretty good parts in the book. So in the end of the issue, you see that Hawkman just went back to his friends and family and shit until he'll be relaxing for a while until he gets hit by this girl who's called Askana. If you didn't watch my first video about the Hawkman, issue number 1 until issue number 4, she's the assistant of Dr. Kane, and they were working on something alien-ish thing. Anyway, in the end we see that she attacked him for some reason. We don't know why yet, but it's going to be relieved in issue number 8. And yep, issue 8 going to be the last issue for this great team that have been working in the book. I don't know why they have been removed, but I think they didn't make much of sales. And I actually took a sneak peek into the issue number 9, issue number 10, and the art actually looks really great and really good. And I don't know about the writing yet, but it's looking good so far. So thank you all guys for watching. Let me know, what did you think of this story arc? Which one did you prefer? Is it the undead people, or is it the alien guy Morphix? So leave your comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and see you guys around. Take care. Hello everyone, and welcome to another new review, and this one going to be on the Savage Hawkman issue number 8, and this is the final issue where Tony, as Danielle, and James, Bonnie, and Philip Tang gonna be working on. This is the final issue for them, for this creative team, and they ended it in a good way, I think. So this whole issue starts up where it stopped in issue number 7 of Savage Hawkman, and we see that Asakana, she kind of helped Hawkman earlier in issue number in issues actually from issue number 1 until issue number 4, and we saw that she kind of attacked him in issue number 7, and she continued to attack him as Hawkman started to think and talk about her, about who is she and what does he know about her so far. The only thing he knows about her is that she's an alien, she's a shapeshifter, and she only works for Dr. Kane. That's all we know as well, and that she's even a good puncher. She just punched Hawkman, she just kicked his ass until Hawkman just got to business, and in the end, when he was so close to just kill her or something, she was like, please stop or something, and or help me. And in the end we see that this girl, or this assistant of Dr. Kane, she was basically hunted by these men who are, they're trying to take her down for a murder that she committed, or she said she didn't commit it. And Hawkman, went soft a little bit, and he was like, I'm gonna help you out, and just get you back to life or something. Anyway, later on we see that there's these 3 men who are locating something called the Violator, and these 3 men just located it until we see that Hawkman, or Carter, is actually going to Dr. Ziegler or something, and he was like talking to Emma about him, about her father actually asking him to come by for something, until we see that Dr. Ziegler doesn't remember, since he got brain memory loss, and he just getting old, just affecting him a lot. So later on, we see that Hawkman actually went to the help of Asakana, and we finally see that there's these three aliens who are actually facing Hawkman and Asakana. And it was one great fight. This book was full of action, and Hawkman realizes something, that these aliens are not only attacking Asakana, no, but they're even attacking, Hawkman for some reason. We know it actually later on in the issue, and he was like, they weren't actually only targeting me, and then yes, they were actually targeting him as well, and she was like, I don't want to do this, but I had no choice, and that he was like, they're not even from your home planet or something, and she was like, no, they're not, they're from a high council that was sent here to find the violator who released Morphix from his tomb, and Dr. Kane actually made a deal with them to hand Hawkman over, and he kind of set him up, or Aquaman, actually Hawkman in the end, he was like, no, he didn't, it was you, Asakana, who set him up, and he just left her back, which was pretty heartbreaking. He felt that he trusted her, but in the end she just betrayed him, and it was pretty bad, but it was a good ending. So in the next issue, it's gonna be called Hawkman Haunted, and we're getting this new creative team, which people actually started to like the book after that. So I don't know, I'm looking forward to it. As I said, I got some few sneak peeks into the book. I saw the art, I saw the covers. They're looking pretty cool and pretty good, so I want to see where they're going with issue number 9 of the Savage Hawkman. So thank you all guys for watching. Let me know what did you think of this issue right down below. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and see you guys around. Take care.